There is something your dog has been doing every single day, right in front of you, and you have missed it completely. Not because you are not paying attention, not because you do not care, but because your dog has been hiding it from you, deliberately, biologically, with a precision that has been shaped by millions of years of evolution, and they are extraordinarily good at it. Your dog is in pain right now, and they will not tell you, not with a cry, not with a limp, not with any of the obvious signals that humans associate with suffering, because in the world your dog's nervous system still believes it lives in, showing pain is not a request for help. Showing pain is a death sentence. Most people believe they would know if their dog was hurting. They believe this completely. They believe it because they love their dog, because they watch their dog every day, because they have built what feels like a deep and accurate understanding of every mood, every behavior, every signal their dog produces. And they are wrong. Research published in the journal Pain by Dr. Simon Moodie and his colleagues at the Royal Veterinary College in London, one of the most rigorous studies ever conducted on pain recognition in domestic dogs, found that trained veterinary professionals correctly identified pain in dogs only 53% of the time. 53%. That is barely better than a coin flip. And these were trained professionals, people whose entire career is built around understanding animal health and behavior. If veterinary professionals miss pain in dogs more than half the time, what does that mean for the rest of us? To understand why your dog hides pain so effectively, you need to understand what pain concealment actually is at the evolutionary level. Your dog is descended from wolves, and in a wild wolf pack, in the predator-prey landscape that shaped every behavioral instinct, your dog still carries an injured animal as a vulnerable animal. A vulnerable animal attracts predators. A vulnerable animal becomes a liability to the pack. A vulnerable animal that cannot contribute to the group's survival risks being left behind. Over millions of years of evolutionary pressure, canids developed one of the most sophisticated pain masking systems in the mammalian world, a neurological and behavioral architecture specifically designed to suppress visible signs of suffering and maintain the prone appearance of full functionality even when the body is significantly compromised. Research from the Comparative Pain Research Laboratory at North Carolina State University, led by Dr. Duncan Lascelles, one of the world's foremost authorities on animal pain science, has documented this suppression system in extraordinary detail. The canine nervous system does not simply feel pain the way a human nervous system does. It actively filters it, manages it, conceals it behind a mask of normal behavior that is so convincing, so biologically precise, that it fools not just owners but trained medical professionals. Now here is where it becomes deeply personal, because this pain masking system does not just operate on physical pain. Research from the University of Lincoln's Animal Behavior Cognitive and Welfare Group, published in the journal Applied Animal Behavior Science, has demonstrated that dogs, experiencing chronic discomfort, show behavioral changes so subtle that they are virtually invisible to the untrained observer. Not limping, not crying, not refusing to move. Instead, a dog that is slightly less enthusiastic about greeting you at the door. A dog that takes 1 extra second to stand up from lying down. A dog that has stopped jumping on the couch. Not because they were trained not to, but because it hurts. A dog that leans slightly away when you reach for a specific part of their body. These are not behavioral quirks. These are pain signals. And every single one of them has been designed by millions of years of evolution to look like nothing at all. There is a specific neurochemical reason why your dog's pain masking system is so extraordinarily effective. When a dog experiences pain, the body releases a cascade of neurochemical responses, including elevated cortisol, activation of the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, and the release of endogenous opioids, natural pain-suppressing compounds that the canine body produces internally. These endogenous opioids do not just reduce the sensation of pain, they actively suppress the behavioral expression of it. Research from the Karolinska Institute in Stockholm, one of the world's leading neuroscience research institutions, has documented that the endogenous opioid system in dogs is significantly more robust than in humans. Your dog's body is, in the most precise biological terms, a pain concealment machine. It does not want you to know. Not out of stubbornness. Not out of confusion. Out of 15 million years of survival programming that says, if they see you are broken, you will not survive. But your dog's body cannot hide everything. And this is where you become the most important diagnostic tool your dog will ever have. Because while the behavioral signs of pain are subtle, they are there. They are consistent. And once you know what you are actually looking for, you will never miss them again. Dr. Lascelles and his team at North Carolina State University developed what is now known as the Canine Brief Pain Inventory, a systematic behavioral assessment tool that translates invisible pain signals into observable patterns. And what the research revealed was this: the most reliable indicators of pain in dogs are not dramatic. They are microscopic changes in everyday behavior that accumulate over time. The dog that used to sprint to their food bowl now walks. The dog that used to leap into the car now hesitates at the step. The dog that used to sleep stretched out now sleeps curled tight. The dog that used to greet you at full speed now meets you 3 steps from where they were lying. None of these alone would alarm most owners. All of them together are your dog telling you something, in the only language their evolutionary programming allows. There is one more layer to this that changes everything. Dr. Yoshitaka Ono at the University of Tokyo, working alongside researchers from the Companion Animal Pain Management Consortium, published findings in 2023 that documented something extraordinary about the relationship between chronic undetected pain in dogs and their behavior toward their owners. Dogs experiencing undetected chronic pain show a specific and consistent change in their bonding behavior. They seek physical contact more frequently. They press closer. They follow more persistently. They position themselves against the owner's body during rest with more deliberate and sustained pressure. This is not clinginess. This is not neediness. This is your dog, in the only way their nervous system knows how, reaching toward the one source of safety, warmth, and neurochemical comfort that their biology has mapped as the center of their world. When your dog presses against you at the end of the day, when they lean into your hand with more weight than usual, when they follow you just a little more closely than they did last month, they may not be telling you they love you more. They may be telling you something hurts. The next time your dog does any of these things, take one moment, not to panic, not to rush to a diagnosis, but to look at your dog the way the science is now asking you to look at them, with the understanding that what you see on the surface, the wagging tail, the morning greeting, the apparent enthusiasm for the walk, is being produced by a nervous system that has been shaped by millions of years of evolution to show you exactly what you need to see. And that beneath that performance, your dog is trusting you, the only member of their world who has the capacity to help, to notice what they cannot ask you to notice. Your dog will never ask you to help them. They will never tell you they are hurting, but they are showing you, every single day, in the smallest, most invisible, most precisely concealed ways that 15 million years of evolution has produced. And now, you know how to see it. Canine Mind and Care exists to give you the science behind the moments you already feel, but have never been able to fully explain. Subscribe to this channel, because every week we go deeper, and every week something changes. And in the comments below, has your dog ever shown one of these signs and you only understood it later? Tell us. We will be reading every single one,